5 and 7 days catch up with you guys in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, for sure it did. Shorthanded, and 5 and 7 definitely did. We just ran out of juice, and you could see it on the 50-50 balls, on the hustle plays, on the rebounds. Yeah, we ran out of gas, ran out of juice. And that happens on a back-to-back and 5 and 7. And we got a tough one coming up. It seems like just a few hours from now, a noon game on Saturday in Detroit when we were just in Cleveland, which is, yeah.
When you cut it from 17 and tied it to the lead, and obviously you kind of consensus might happen in football, what are the things you're trying to do to ensure that you can win the game and keep fresh guys?
Yeah, that's so hard. That's a great question. It's so hard to do that because of where we were with our roster, right? Like Armani went down with his ankle, and I usually try to keep either Armani or Garrison on the floor, so we always have a shooter. And so just trying to balance that, trying to not have guys out there for long stretches, but keep the momentum going at the same time. And it proved to be tough tonight. And Josh Christopher did a really good job as far as contributing to the energy of the group and kind of keeping us in there. But it's a tough balancing act because the first group was playing well, but I can't keep them out there the whole time. And the second group struggled a little bit, but like I said earlier, 5 and 7 with the travel and everything makes it tough.
Can you talk about the contribution you got from Daniel Tice tonight?
Always ready. DT's always ready. They did a great job on the defensive end, blocking shots, helping, being physical against their post-ups, switching, isolation, defense was good. And then the scoring, 22 points and 2 for 4 from 3. And I'm still trying to get him to shoot a few more threes, cause he can shoot and he adds to our spacing, but he's always ready to play, always. And, we've needed him.
Are teams starting to defend Alfie differently now that the league has had a chance to see him for 25 straight games?
Mitchell Robinson's a very good defender and big and didn't move at all when Alfie was trying to kind of do his thing. But I also think 5 and 7 kind of got to Alfie a little bit tonight. He looked a little drained to me. Didn't have the same pop, and I wouldn't say the league is like game planning for him all that much, but tonight was a tough matchup.
You seem to take away any space.
Yeah,
is that maybe one of the changes that you should expect moving forward?
Depends on who it is. I mean, there's certain guys who can do that and certain guys who can't, right? Like Mitchell Robinson has the size and the physicality to do that, where other guys just don't. So, really just depends on who it is guarding.
Back to Tice for just 1 minute. He obviously is not going to play every night, but what he brings defensively, you could see him in the back of the defense, quite literally directing traffic, pointing guys where they should be, and how important is it to have a guy like that who on a young team can literally just sit in the back of the defense and kind of know where everyone needs to be.
It's so important. I mean, his know-how is huge. His basketball IQ is through the roof. It was funny today because when we did our walkthrough for the New York stuff, he was on the offensive team pointing out what the defense should do. So, it's the basketball IQ, but it's not everybody kind of communicates in that way and is willing to, help everybody else play better. Sometimes you have a great basketball IQ, but you just kind of stay in your own little bubble. And he is, obviously one of our vets, and we need that from him. And, I used to work for Steve Clifford. He would always say communication brings organization, and he definitely helps our organization on defense.
Randall, what was your impression of Mike?
Yeah, I mean, JT really did a good job. He was physical. We knew it was going to be a physical game. It was going to be a physical matchup. He was quick to his spot. He just made it tough on Randall, who's a great player and obviously an all-star last year and is very, very capable. And JT is up to the challenge, whether it's, a big who posts up or a wing who kind of runs around, or sometimes a point guard where he'll have to contain. So he's our most versatile defender, and he did a great job tonight.
You're concerned over getting distracted when guys are not happy with whistles, or worse than not happy when they're upset over whistles?
I do have an issue with distraction for sure. Being distracted. You can't play well if you're distracted. At times we do get distracted, whether it's calls or missed shots or whatever. But, if it gets overboard, then, it'll be something that I address, with the group. I do talk to the individual guys about it, just making sure that they're not just playing distracted. But, we're a young team. We're trying to make our way, and we're not going to get calls. It's just what it is. We have to be mature enough and, mature enough, I guess, to play through stuff like that.
Coach, how comfortable is Josh Christian in your offense now?
Pretty comfortable, especially when he's playing off the ball. When he's out there with DJ, he can be like a secondary ball handler, which is where he's more comfortable right now. I think at some point he'll be able to handle more point guard minutes. But again, for him, it's his shot selection, and he's done a good job with his shot selection over the last handful of games. And I feel much more comfortable having him out there than I did before. And that's just all him. Him watching film, him learning, him working on his game, and taking the minutes that he gets and making the most of them. So I'm definitely satisfied with the way he's been playing.